This episode is full of spoilers, so know that going ahead. Thank you. Welcome to Pumpkin Spice Podcast. Here's an episode that I guess we didn't really discuss this, Brittany. First of all, I'm Rob Schulte.
I'm Brittany. Hi.
Brittany, should we put this one out to the public? I kind of think it needs to be a public one. Yeah, I think so. It's just safer that way. I mean, people are seeing the movies we're talking about. Why not put it out there? It's opening weekend, right?
It's safety first.
Yes. Safety. Oh, did you pass gas again?
No, you
said... my dog.
Absolutely not.
I was talking to my dog.
Oh.
He farts all the time.
Well.
Speaking of dogs.
Yeah?
Brittany, I have an important question to ask you.
Go for it.
I'm going out of town this week. I leave tomorrow, and Clive is coming with me. It's a little road trip. My girlfriend and I are taking, not far, 2 hours. But you've traveled with an animal before, right? In that traveling circus you belong to?
Yes.
I would like to know, have you done long car rides with a dog?
I sure have. Cross country.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, bring it on. Tell me some, A, do you have any adventurous stories from a cross-country trip, dog or no dog? And B, what can I do to make it easy on Clive?
Well, one perspective that I think is worth noting is, you know how much your dog loves going outside?
Oh, yeah.
I love when I have taken my dog on road trips, that when you take stops to let them go outside, that they're like, what is this place? Like, they're like, this doesn't smell like my neighborhood. And then them peeing on that is really extra meaningful because, the likelihood that they'll ever come back is not high. So, the other animals that pass through, they're like, who is this?
Yeah, mystery dog.
Yeah, so...
I want to meet this Clive.
Yeah. Pungent.
Do you think that's kind of the same mentality of people who, tag? Who is King 34? Yeah. He put a crown over the lowercase I. What a genius.
Yeah, that's really smart. I definitely haven't seen that one before.
You know what? That gives me not the king part, but the mystery dog part. We'll be coming back a week later. If I try and plan it to let Clive pee in the same place twice, he might be able to see who else has visited that spot. And then it'll be big for him, too.
That sounds really involved, but if you want to make it happen for him.
Put a pin in where he pees.
Yeah, drop a pin. But as far as advice, I would say I have these little, it's so funny. I'm such a sucker for advertising. I wanted to get my dog a little sedative, but just like a little herbal.
Sure.
Herbal something.
Oh, yeah.
I went with the one that the packaging, the cat and dog look like sleepy and high. They're smiling. It's like they had some indica, but
they won't be driving.
They're definitely not the drivers. Do not operate heavy machinery if you are a dog. But yeah.
Or sleepy.
But they look good, and that's what made me buy it. And when my dog has it, he just gets a little more loose. He's
chill?
He's like, I don't care. Turn up the vacuum cleaner. Who cares?
Clive is so weird. He is not afraid of a vacuum cleaner. The only thing that makes him rambunctious is when someone shuts a dumpster that's near our house. So it's like a metal on metal noise that's slams. It's not even that loud, but it is a little oh, I didn't expect that to happen. And he just does the standard oh, and then we're like, whoa, dude, chill out. And then you're like, yeah. And he's actually Tim Taylor. Oh? But then he looks at me with his mouth and lips pursed as if I'm about to bark again. This is the only face I make when I bark. And I'm about to do it again. Do I do it again? Do I not? And he's like, it's a stare down between me and him. I'm like,
permission to bark.
Permission to bark? Oh, wow. That's a sequel in the making. Okay, so Brittany, I do appreciate your advice.
I got mine at Pet Smart, man.
Oh, but legalities. I don't know. I guess PetSmart isn't a weed shop.
Yeah, It's definitely not. And there's no weed
It just
in
looks like they've smoked
it.
weed.
It just looks like they smoke weed. I can't
Gotcha.
identify with whatever drugs they're on. But
Yeah, that's like 20s drugs. I'm
Yeah.
not, and I mean 1920s,
Yes.
like when shit was really fucked up.
yeah, Prohibition was a weird time.
Columbus sees me. It's going to be goodbye, Charlie. Goodbye, Charlie.
It was kind of sad, actually. The other day, somebody had dog treats. There's a dog at the office. Somebody had dog treats, and I was like, "Those are good ones. They're delicious." And they were like, "You've had them?" I was like, "Damn, I'm the kind of person that really comes across as."
Like I'd eat dog food.
I only tried them one time.
If I like it, they're definitely gonna like it.
Yeah, I was on a diet, so
Oh, God.
I was desperate.
Which display to the dog what you would like it to do.
Yeah.
That's why I shit outdoors.
Yes, that's why I pee in the toilet. Take that out.
Oh, thank goodness. Why you pee in the toilet? Thank goodness. You're like, and every dog I've ever had has as well.
Yes.
Because you've got those classy rich people dogs.
Yep.
Okay, movie at hand.
Tell me about it.
This won't be like, it's not going to be like a regular episode, but I do want to say that I went to an advanced screening of Pet Sematary.
You're so advanced.
Yeah, so Brooklyn Horror Fest and Paramount put this on, and it was great. It's like any sort of advanced screening. You know, you sign up, you get your ticket, you wait in line, and you pray that you are close enough in line, even though you signed up and got you know what I mean? One of
Yes.
those things.
Oh,
Because
totally.
they're going to give away tickets to the people that are, Fest members or on email lists or press or whatever first. They're guaranteed. All of us podcasters and little people.
For sure.
Those not wearing fingerless gloves.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
you can get yourself some.
Well, now I know. But we made it in, and before the movie started, the cat actor that plays Church the Cat, one of the 3 cat actors, named Tonic, came out. I followed him on Instagram, Tonic, a.k.a. Church.
Oh, yeah.
Great actor, probably the most capable of all of the Q&As, because it was no bullshit, No, but to be fair, I'll get to the Q&A afterwards. Anywho, recently, Britt, I read the book. I know.
You read?
It's, half of it I listen to on audiobook. When I'm moving, I can't be reading, so I just switched it off.
That's true.
But do you know anything of the original story or the movie from 89? Was it 89? It might be 93. Doesn't really matter. Sorry. Do you know anything of it?
All I know is that when I type Pet Cemetery into my phone, it tries to change it to Pet Seminary. And it's like, that's real weird, but I would love to be a fly on the wall for that.
Yeah, I would be there. I would put on a dog costume to go just to investigate.
We're going in.
Okay, that's a different podcast. If we get more donors, we'll have the ability to make a 3rd podcast. Maybe that'll be it. Dog investigators.
Yeah.
Anywho, so basically it's family moves to a town in Maine, not Derry, Maine. They move to Ludlow. On their property is, acres of forest. The dad is a doctor. He's working for the university. They put him up in this house. In the woods, there's a pet cemetery made by children years ago, just as like a something to do in, the 40s, I guess, in the book. I can't remember the exact year. And it just kind of went down the line and kids kept doing it. It's a little eerie, but nothing huge. Beyond the pet cemetery is a land that if you bury something that is dead, it will come back. But it doesn't come back the same. It comes back a little bit off. Sometimes that's super evil. Sometimes that's just mean. And sometimes it's just kind of gross.
So it's always negative, though.
It's always negative. There's been no positives.
I would want to give it a test if it was any option of it being positive, because it's like, oh, I'll take a 1 off of my dead dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not if he's going to be mean. I'm like, that kind of ruins it.
Yeah. Within the story and in the movie, the doc starts his first day, and there's a tragic incident where someone dies.
The barrier is broken.
The doc's at work. This kid comes in. He's getting hit by a car. He dies, and the doctor, Lewis, sees a vision. This is the dad. And he says, don't go beyond the pet cemetery. It was a warning, your classic warning.
Totally.
Right? But, the cat dies one day. And in the movie, it's at the daughter's birthday party. I'll talk the glaring differences later, because we all kind of know them if we're at all familiar with the story. The neighbor that Lewis has made friends with says, you love your daughter, follow me tonight. Takes him to the area beyond the pet cemetery where they bury the cat. You find out later that the land has like a power over people who find it. And so it's almost beyond their control sharing it. So if you've heard of it and someone could benefit from it, or quote, benefit from it, you're going to tell them about it.
For sure.
So in the original story and movie, their youngest son, who's like a year old, dies, and he breaks into the cemetery, busts him out. The son comes back and talks like he's, an adult while also killing people very malevolently. The dad goes insane. The wife ends up dying. The old man ends up dying because of the baby. So the dad takes the wife up there, and in the epilogue, it's like left, she comes back, she calls him darling, but you don't really know where it goes from there. Does she kill him? In the book, does she kill him? Is this the one time that it's changed because he was able to get her buried quicker than anyone else? We don't really know, but that's also kind of like...
He takes the chance?
Say it again?
He takes the chance?
Yeah, he buries his wife, she comes back. So the twist in the new movie is that they have the daughter who's 9 die instead of the son who's 1. And it makes sense. It's easier to first of all, the kid in the original movie was young. You're not going to get an actor to do what you need them to do. This script called for something much more than that because they changed it to the 9-year-old.
Right.
But that then set in motion like a completely different third act than the book or the original movie, which I know people have their hang-ups to source material and things like that, but I thought it was still fun and I had a great time. And to spoil it completely, because I know you're not going to see it, and some people who listen to the show hate scary movies, so the daughter dies, the dad brings the daughter back to life. She's more communicative and not really that mean with him, but she's still got she's breaking stuff in the house, she's grumpy. She ends up killing the old man, Judd. She then also kills the mom in a really mean way. And you realize, oh, yeah, she is mean. She's just somehow not mean to dad. She takes mom to the pet cemetery, brings mom back to life. Mom comes, takes dad to the pet cemetery. Kills him, takes him to the pet cemetery. The movie ends with them all approaching the 1-year-old Gage as undead, which has the same vibe of the end of the story. What happens next? We can probably predict what it is, but you never really know.
You never really know.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking one for the team.
Yeah.
Sometimes dead is better.
But also it was cool because tickets are free. They gave us 2 free drinks, free popcorn, and some really kick-ass posters, which I got an extra poster of. So we have something to give out to listeners.
Okay, cool. Because I was going to say, I thought you were going to say it was for me. And I was like, I don't really have the wall space for scary.
Yeah. Are you asking me to take down my gem poster?
Thank you for not asking
Kirk Cameron's on my wall, and I'm not ready to let go yet.
It's actually Jason Statham, but, everybody's got their heartthrob.
Yep. Everyone does have their hearts. Rob.
Oh, hey, what's your celebrity crush? Tiffany Amber Thiessen?
Yeah, right now, currently.
Yeah.
But only in college years.
Oh, okay. Right, because she was of age. Got it. You're so...
Well, you said it, I guess.
Yeah.
The things that I would have liked to have seen more in the movie Stephen King is a character writer. He creates a character and then winds it up and lets it loose in a world that has a loose idea, right? This is a monkey paw story. It's just an adaptation of that with highly developed characters. And it was very important in the book, and at least I took it away, that the next door neighbor the relationship that Lewis and Judd create as a father figure makes it that much harder when that character is trying to tell him that he has no control, that he had to show him the pet cemetery or the land, whatever you want to call it, the old burial ground.
Yeah.
And also at the end when he dies, it's much worse because Lewis has essentially set loose something that has killed his father, killed his wife, killed everyone he cares about. I
hate that.
But how do you do that? How do you really make characters that are really, really close to people in a hour and a half? The story they told is a good story, and I enjoyed the movie, and visually, it looked really cool. I could have done it with a little bit bigger sets in some certain areas, but it still looked great.
Well, asking on behalf of my brother, Graham?
Yeah.
How was the lighting?
Oh, the lighting was great. Most of it seemed fairly natural when it was outside of the house. You could tell when there was a shift when they got to the eerie part of the woods, but it seemed on purpose, and I liked it.
Oh, okay. I'll have to let him know.
Now, Brittany, I mentioned it earlier. I think the rules of this poster we're giving away in the next week that this episode comes out. Anyone who becomes a patron, you'll be entered into a random selection. So if we get 3 people, your odds are good. If we get more, your odds are bad. But that's why we're going to keep it to a week.
Yeah.
So we get a patron within that week. We'll do it. We don't get a lot of patrons. So maybe we won't get any.
Every single one is special in their own unique way.
Well, yeah, of course. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the odds are good that if you become a patron, that there's probably not a lot of other people who are clamoring for it.
Giving away our secrets.
But the poster's gigantic. It's like 18 by 24 and is awesome looking. It's,
Feet? Who has the space?
well, I mean, some people do. Some people have like rooms to jam in and or record podcasts in, and they hang them on those walls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, horror people put things on walls. Let me guarantee that to you right now.
Okay, I'm just gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, write it down. Write it down.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
just like take it.
Brittany, I just want to say I appreciate
wrote
you
down
letting me
the
talk
wrong
about
thing.
it. Oh, God. What did you write down?
I said take his word for it.
You wrote down eggs, milk,
Yeah.
cheese. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we should probably get back to working on TV show season 2.
That's right.
Everyone knows that they can listen to the TV show, or they can listen to Pumpkin Spice Podcast. And you can be a patron by going to patreon.com/pinkjeans, which is our production company.
It's pretty legit. We don't have business cards, but I mean, like, other than that.
It's mainly because we care about the environment.
Right. Who uses business cards?
It's a way to network with the people.
Are you snapping?
I did. I snapped because, I'm networking. Gotta make those connections.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna go on vacation now.
Oh my gosh, enjoy your VK, man.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Tell everyone hi, especially Quincy.
Yeah, I'll get it all up in his face. I'll say, especially you.
Okay, see you later.
Bye.
We have a second chance.